Good morning, student. Today, my topic of discussion is The Old Man and the Sea. The Old Man and the Sea was written by Ernest Hemingway. Ernest Hemingway is an American author, and before going on this work, I want to share some important points with you about writer. First, about his birth. He was born 21st July 1899 in Oak Park. The full name of writer is Ernest Miller Hemingway. He demised 2nd July 1961 by committed suicide. About his parents, his mother, Grace Hall Hemingway, was a musician, and his father, Clarence Edmund Hemingway, was a doctor. So his parents are well educated people. His writing started with his childhood time, and he started his career as a journalist. So we can say he was an American journalist, and after that he became novelist and short writer and sportsman also. He was a journalist, as I already said, before becoming novelist. So first he worked with journal. After this, we have some important point in his life, that he won Nobel Prize in Literature in 1954. Even he won Pulitzer Prize for his very famous book, The Old Man and the Sea. He published his 7 novels, 6 short stories collection, and 2 non-fiction works. His famous works are these. His first work, The Sun Also Rays, which was published in 1926. After that, he wrote A Farewell to Arms. A Farewell to Arms, it was published in 1929. Hills Like White Elephant is a short story, and it was published in 1927. Death in the Afternoon is a very famous work of Ernest Hemingway, and it was published in 1936. And the very important work, that is The Old Man and the Sea, it was published in 1952. The Old Man and the Sea, short heroic novel by Ernest Hemingway, and Hemingway wrote this novel 10 years before his death. First published it in Life magazine in 1951 and awarded the 1953 Pulitzer Prize for Fiction. It was his last major work of fiction, as I already told about it. The story centers on an aging fisherman who engages in an epic battle to catch a marlin, and this fisherman is Santiago. And Santiago is a central character here, Cuban fisherman who has not caught a fish for 84 days. As he spent his 84 days without any fish and without any food. The family of his apprentice here, Manolin, who's a young boy, has forced the boy to leave the old fisherman though Manolin continued to support him with food and bait. As Manolin family don't want boy's support to Santiago, but he disobey and he carry his friendship with Santiago. Santiago is a mentor to the boy who cherishes the old man and the life lesson he imparts. So here Manolin character is also very important with Santiago, as Manolin and Santiago show their strong bond in this short novel. As Santiago is a symbol of old age, so Manolin also is a symbol of young age. And Santiago sometimes see his youth in Manolin life. After this, Santiago struggled with the face for 3 days, admiring its strength, dignity, and faithfulness to its identity. Its destiny is as true as Santiago as a fisherman. So, in character of Santiago, we can see a struggler fisherman. Santiago's exhausting effort goes for naught. Sharks are drawn to the threatened marlin. Here, marlin is also very important part of the novel. Marlin is the biggest fish. So we can say The Old Man and the Sea contain many of the themes that preoccupy Hemingway as a writer and as a man. The routine of life in a Cuban fishing village are evoked in the opening page with a characteristic economy of language. As Hemingway also spent his many time in Cuba, so he has so many experience of fishermen.